Yeah, we're Preds too. That way, when you get asked that question, you get asked every time. You can just point at my jersey.
Which question you get asked every time? There's a few.
The one you don't like. The jerseys you don't like.
Yeah, every time.
You just point at what I'm wearing.
Not like.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is my phone ringing?
I don't know.
All the kids are doing their nightly, weekly. So, hey, the hockey guy's doing a live stream.
And I put right in there 1 hour. So
are we going to stick to 1 hour?
Yes.
We're really bad at that.
Yes. So 7:40, we'll cut her.
Okay.
And hello, everybody.
Oh, I have volume on my phone. I don't ever do
turn
that.
The volume up for.
I know. Well, because I wanted to have my phone. I wanted to be able to hear it when the nurse got here. I don't know. If I was Shannon, where would I put it?
No, I plugged it in. So plug's down there. You think so?
All right. How many points does Alec Galchenyuk get this season?
Say 25. I'm an optimist. I'll say 20 to 25.
Hello from Vegas. Oh.
We miss Vegas. Hopefully at some point in 2021. Hopefully at some point in 2021 we get to go to Vegas.
Who is your Cup favorite?
Colorado. Abs.
If I was Shannon, I'd buy a whiteboard factory. What are you trying to say?
I haven't bought a new whiteboard in a long time.
Thank goodness, because the price of whiteboards during the apocalypse,
they're $50 each now. They
were
doubled. 30.
It's just stupid.
Well, I was able to get two for like 40, and now it's another $50 each.
Right.
So yeah, it's about So good thing I have all the whiteboards already.
Oh, little sticker guy. Those are so cute. I'm easily amused. So there's okay. Hello from Sweden. Hi from Sweden.
It's late in Sweden.
Is Hamonic the same as Tanev?
I don't look for the same game from Hamonic. Defensively sound, I don't think he'll be as prominent as Tanev was though for Vancouver.
A big whiteboard with wheels. You know, we looked at it. We have a small one with wheels, but the big one with wheels, they take up so much space, and then there wouldn't be as much room for jerseys. So,
and then there's nowhere to put it when I'm not using it.
Our house isn't that big, despite what people may think.
Yeah, I legit would have nowhere to put them.
Not that big.
Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Metallica 6. Or Pantera?
Metallica.
Hello from London, 15. Ontario.
I have 15 whiteboards
from Edmonton.
If I include the tiny boards, I've got 17 whiteboards in this room. So
it's a lot. We have a lot.
I'm pretty much covered. But like I said, I haven't bought any in it's got to be almost a year. Because I haven't bought any since the season shut down in March. I think I bought them before last season, so it'd be last summer.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Because we did all the lines and stuff before the season started.
Yep.
I can't find any TV scheduled for Winnipeg. Is it TSN 3 or Sports Network? Does anyone know?
I think it's still TSN 3. I don't think that's changed. Obviously, I just get the center ice package. So
if you go on the NHL app, it'll actually tell you what channel each game is on.
But with the way that this season is, that might be delayed. That information might be delayed.
Oh, true. But that's
because they just announced start times a couple days ago.
Hello from Vancouver Island.
Howdy, Vancouver Island.
The magnet. How happy are you? Is he Shannon? Would he be if Zegras was traded to Vancouver? I'm going to guess you mean Shannon.
I'd be nervous because the Canucks would have to give up a fortune to get Zegras. So I love the player, but that would cost you a lot, and I'm not really all that sold on that idea for Vancouver right now.
Oh, a super chat for the care that went into making that new power ranking board layout. He spent a good amount of time on that and debating what to put in each of the little categories. How to do that?
I'm still
'cause
debating that
it's
in my
all
head.
wonky. Is Dogma Kevin Smith's best made film? Best made?
Probably. I would think probably. It's not my favorite, but it's probably
I
his
do like Dogma.
best overall film the way it's set up. My favorite of his is still Clerks 2. One ring to rule them all.
That is so funny. Why Nashville today?
Because I was trying to think of which teams I haven't worn in a live stream, and I don't remember wearing Nashville in a live stream.
Lately.
I don't think I have.
Like ever? Because
Well,
I don't
probably
think
at
that's
some
a thing.
point ever, but I figured why not Nashville? The retro reverse is kind of fun.
I like Mallrats. I used to watch Mallrats with my friends in high school.
Yeah, she doesn't have any interest in Mallrats now. I put it on for a few weeks ago. It's just it's like last night, Idiocracy. She had no interest in Idiocracy.
He didn't wear it because it's my favorite.
No.
So, you think ads on jerseys will be a thing? I hope not.
At some point, there will be jerseys on, or ads on jerseys. It'll be on the ones they wear on the ice. The NHL's already basically said the ones we buy retail will never see ads on them, but they haven't come out and said they'll never have ads on the jerseys you see on the ice. Eventually, it'll happen. It's not going to be like it is in Europe. It'll probably be one ad, but I would not be surprised to see it next season as they try to recoup the losses. They've lost so much money.
Do you have any game worn or game issued jerseys?
No. Technically game worn? No, nothing.
Those are expensive.
I don't, because I like wearing jerseys, and players normally wear like size 58
we like being
and up.
able to afford to buy food.
And since they're size 58 and up, and like what I'm wearing here is a 46, it doesn't make any sense for me to get a bunch of jerseys I can't wear, and they're too big.
It would be huge.
And yeah, it doesn't make any sense for me to collect game worn.
Can't wait for previews and reviews. So excited for hockey to start.
Yep, 6 more days. I'll be doing the previews first thing in the morning on the days of games. And then, of course, the reviews are the last thing of the day. And then in between, you've got all the other news videos and whatnot, whatever else is going on.
Do you have any rally towels? We do.
I have the Canucks rally towel.
Well, and we've had...
You have the Jets one, too,
and subscribers have sent us some.
I have one for the Hawks.
A Vegas one, and we have the Ducks.
Right.
Which one? Ducks and... From the playoffs 2 years ago.
Can I do a watchability ranking? I saw that on ESPN today, but I don't have a paid subscription. So I can do which teams I think are going to be the most entertaining, which is a little different than watchability. Part of what they had with their watchability was whether or not a team has superstars. I don't know that having superstars necessarily makes a team more watchable. And then it becomes who declares which guy is a bigger superstar than another. So I would use different criteria.
Shannon does read hockey news.
Yeah, I have a subscription.
Does Columbus eventually move to Cleveland?
No. If they move, it would probably be out of Ohio. I can't see them going to Cleveland. I don't see them leaving Columbus either. Columbus is a good spot for them.
Hello, you lovely people. Thanks for continuing to put in all the hard work through so much uncertainty.
That's why we're here.
Oh, somebody's winking at you.
Probably in your direction.
No,
it's because of your shirt.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, you're wearing your 3 Days Grace shirt.
I am. It's a fun shirt.
So it's a winkable.
Said that there's no chance of Bob McKenzie awarding the Bob McKenzie Award to the winner of the Great White North Division at the end of the season.
True.
That would be funny. That'd be great. Do you read The Athletic?
I have a subscription to The Athletic. I do have my phone gets notified when certain articles come out and stuff. I do find there's some interesting deep dives done by The Athletic. So I do support it.
Sharks fan here. Love your channel. Keep up the great content. Question. Do you ever play fantasy hockey? Not
usually. I've tried a couple of times and I just don't have the interest night to night. The dedication for fantasy hockey, I just can't be. I'm like, okay, so my guys are any good, or I won, or I just. And then there's usually like the whole trade thing, and then there might be pickup and drop times where you're allowed to and I don't find myself caring enough to be all that interested.
Hey, Shannon, first time joining the live stream. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you.
Welcome. What kind of tea am I drinking? I'm drinking s'mores tea, and it's my favorite. It's the best.
It's not your favorite.
It is. Out of all my teas, it's my very favorite.
You like just peachy better than that.
That's you.
Right.
You like
and
just
since it's
peachy.
my favorite and it makes your life easier,
It's not.
then you like it the best.
Where's the Calico? Where's Lilybell? She's upstairs.
Calico would be Bear. You're thinking of
Calico.
tortoiseshell.
Yeah. Right? Where is Bear?
I don't know. Well,
Probably in her
Pixel's
bedroom.
here.
Oh, no. Is she still in her box?
Yes,
She's
in there.
I was like, that's right. She's in a box on the floor.
Yeah,
We can't
she's
take
in
the
a
box out to recycling
Yeah,
because there's always a cat in it.
yeah. It's either Bear or Cat or Pixel
Pixel.
that's in it. So right now it's Bear's and she's sleeping in the box.
What's your favorite reverse retro jersey so far? Have you not done a video on that? We have them all.
Oh, I don't have Buffalo yet.
Oh, that's right. I knew that.
Space Coyote. Space Coyote. May I present the Space Coyote?
How was your night? Hope you're doing well.
Not too shabby.
Yeah,
Pretty good night.
Doing pretty good. All of the kids have weekly live streams on Thursday nights. So
It's Wednesday, isn't it?
No, on Wednesday the boys have theirs, but on Thursday.
I really bloody forget the day of the week.
Yeah, I know, right? It's definitely a problem. So when Adelaide was asking me, is Girl Guides tomorrow?
Holy crap, I forgot the day of the week.
No, what day is it?
I thought it was yesterday,
not tomorrow.
too. I thought Girl Guides Fur was yesterday,
yes,
and I was like,
yes, me too, because I forgot what day of the week it was. And then she said, but you said it was today. Yes, because I forgot what day it was. They all just blend together.
She didn't squeak that
Hockey's back in less than a week. Feels good to say that.
Yeah, and then I'll know what day of the week it is, because I'll know. I knew this morning because I know I put Thursday's videos start with a news video. Just totally blitzed out and forgot that it wasn't Wednesday today. No, now Shadow's not happy. Look at him.
This is my little Shadow.
Look at the look on Shadow's face.
Why are you touching her?
Yeah, he gets mad when I pick her up.
You encouraged it. Wait, now he's telling me.
He is not happy.
Fault. You're in here, so she's in here.
You be nice. Wow. Okay. All right then.
We have good kitties.
He really doesn't.
How do you normally watch the NHL games? Do you stream? Thinking of getting NHL Center Ice. Seems a bit expensive. Center Ice. I have the Center Ice through the National Hockey League, and I have through TELUS as well, just in case. Oh, she wanted to go in the box. She didn't know the bear was in it.
Bear's in there. You okay, sweetie? I know. You all right?
She went to get in there, and there's already a cat.
So she hissed at her.
Hey, it's my box.
My box. Isn't there another box, though? Yeah, there's another box, Pixel.
But she wants that box. That's the one she wanted. She didn't want a different box.
That box was fine before the other box showed up.
It's not.
She didn't care before the other box showed up.
Should Nashville's reverse retro become their next home jersey?
Yes, I think this is a really nice jersey. Can you agree that this is better than their current home jersey? Okay. I see we need to have a comparison. Okay, so here's...
Who cleans the litter box? You think we have one litter box? We have 4 cats. That one's... Yeah, that's really something. Right.
But that makes it worth more, right? Because it's got Buble on it.
No,
it's still single layer. Yeah, see?
Yeah, not a fan.
So this would be an upgrade over this.
Yeah, the silver is nicer, and I like the lines. That's something.
We take turns cleaning up the litter boxes.
How much is Center Ice this year?
This year it's $20 cheaper. It's $150 in Canada.
Yeah,
for the whole season. So, yeah.
We have more than one litter box.
You have to. When you've got 4 cats, if you have 1 litter box, that's a horrible idea.
The one upstairs, the boys rotate on who does that one.
And then we have 2 down here.
Shannon usually does it. I do it sometimes. Not as often as
Thankfully, Shadow comes in, messes it up while I'm cleaning it. So I haven't even got the new litter in there yet, and he's already sitting in it like, I'm ready. I got to pee now. He's a jerk.
I am not a fan of the Predators. No. I'm really not a fan of their jersey.
I like this one, though. I like the silver on the sleeves. I think that's really sharp.
I mean, it's better than all
And getting the dots in there, too. That's kind of...
Yeah, I'm not
nice. I'd like to see the Blues go back to having that fabric in their jersey.
Did you put 2020 in the title?
Oh, did I?
We're not doing 2020 again. Yeah. My mom tried to do that on a paper the other day, too, and I told her, no.
No, yeah, I did.
Man, no, we're not doing it again.
It's easy enough to make that mistake.
Especially when you're old and forgetful. Okay. I'm having fun telling my American friends you uproot the law of nature by winning the World Juniors. You reap the whirlwind in your capital. Oh, that's funny. Okay, what team do I like? Canucks, Jets, and Wild. Okay. Not Nashville.
No, all right. Okay. All right.
How much of an impact will Hoffman have in St. Louis?
Hoffman was on their first unit power play today, so he's going to get a lot of minutes. He's going to get an opportunity to score a bunch of goals. It would not surprise me if he has a career year in St. Louis.
What kind of season do you think Casey Mittelstadt will have?
Oh, Mittelstadt is tricky because he's had setbacks already in his career. This is kind of one of those make or break type seasons for him. If he has struggles, if Cousins is ahead of him, I could see Mittelstadt moved by Buffalo before the end of the year. What are they on about?
Right there. Okay. Children texting me. Gabriel needed his Zoom link for Scouts. Okay. Are you excited about Nils?
Hoglander, yes. I'm tempered in that excitement though. I think it's great that Hoglander's had a very good training camp. It'll be interesting to see how he does against a team like Calgary, against a team like the newly revamped Toronto. When he's taking that physical punishment from National Hockey League players, we'll see how it goes.
If you got to see one game with any team from the NHL, from any division, what team would you choose?
For this year?
Do we get to go somewhere to see the team? Because that'd make it better.
For this year, it'd be Colorado. I think Colorado's going to be fantastic.
Bullet Club in AEW, Phoenix versus Omega was incredible.
I'm glad they're doing the Bullet Club. I'm really hoping they do it right. You can't rush this. Like if they bring in New Japan as well, I think there's unlimited potential there for them.
I got a captain patch put on my reverse retro Mark Stone jersey. Please tell me I made the right choice.
There's a good chance he's going to end up being named captain. I mean, there are a few guys who could have the captaincy, but there's a good chance it's Stone.
Hey, Shannon and family, Happy New Year. Can you maybe do a video on NHL patches rating best to worst? That way people can tell you how you're wrong.
Anytime I talk about best to worst.
My team's the best one.
Yeah, I can.
You just don't like it because you're biased.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Did you notice how after I had Pixel, then he wanted me to pick him up?
Yeah, well, as soon as you were holding her, she's like, what? It's not.
He even turned his head at her like, what are you doing? Yeah,
this is not your room. And then he looks at me, she's in here because of you. It's your fault she's in here.
He doesn't like Pixel. That was the
first
time
I've seen that. Where did I get s'mores tea from David's Tea? David's Tea has fantastic tea.
I mean,
that's where I get most of my tea.
I know he bugs her and picks on her, but that was the first time I've seen where I can see he doesn't like her.
You need s'mores Pop-Tarts.
I had s'mores Pop-Tarts.
I got him s'mores Pop-Tarts for Christmas. But there is sweet cardboard. I don't understand why anybody likes it.
They're delicious. I had you try a bite.
I was right. Tastes like sweet cardboard.
Nope, they're fantastic.
It's gross. Could the Habs go to the semifinals?
Yes, and I only say that because the Canadian division is wide open. I think outside of Ottawa, any of those 6 teams could go that far. It is going to be a dogfight from start to finish.
No, s'mores Pop-Tarts are gross. All Pop-Tarts are gross. They all taste like sweet cardboard.
That's
way too sweet of cardboard.
That's not true.
It is true.
They're delicious cardboard.
I am right. Is that a Montreal calendar?
It's that one's the goaltending calendar. So that's all goaltenders. So it's just Carey Price for this month.
Did you see Carey Price's new mask?
Yes, all the new masks are being revealed on social media.
Oh,
this is kind of cool.
I like goalie masks.
I know you do.
So with the taxi squad and 3 goalies, what happens if one team has to go through 7 goalies this year? Haven't seen an answer to that one anywhere.
Like if you have a situation where if there's an outbreak or whatever, you can call guys up from the AHL. There's still an ECHL as well that you can call guys up for. So 3 are available for the game. And then, of course, if you end up going to a 4th goalie in the same game, that's where you end up in a David Ayres situation.
No, I don't like Pop-Tarts. Homemade Pop-Tarts are fantastic, but they don't taste a thing like the store-bought ones. Store-bought ones, they taste like cardboard.
They're fantastic.
They're not. They cardboard.
Next, you'll say you don't like Pizza Pops either. What's that face for? That's right. Have you ever had a Pizza Pop?
Yeah. I mean, they're not as bad
as... Not a Pizza Pocket.
They're
pizza
not
Pockets
bad
are
as
gross.
the Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets
those
are nasty. Those are very
nasty. I don't like Pizza Pops. No. Yeah.
I was surprised at how little I was able to eat Hot Pockets.
They're so gross. I've tried them a few times. Oh, that sounds good. It's kind of like Denny's. That sounds really good. Okay, it's not. Changed my mind. Any chance Podkozen gets any games this season? Maybe the playoffs?
There's a chance. As soon as his season is over, whatever league he ends up in, whether it's KHL, VHL, MHL, ZHL, wherever he ends up, I made the last one up. Wherever he ends up, the Canucks want him signed as soon as possible after his season is done.
Which Canadian team has the best chance of finishing first and being swept in the first rounds? Hope Calgary has learned their lesson from 2018-2019.
I think Toronto has the best chance of finishing first, but which team's going to end up? I'm not convinced with Edmonton's goaltending. I could see Edmonton being a team that finishes high in the division and then has problems in the playoffs. Only because between Koskinen and Smith, I don't really see a true number one there, and I think that's really important in the playoffs.
We have a lot of people asking what a Pizza Pop is. They are Canadian. Yes, correct.
Pizza Pops.
They are. They're not good. I mean, they're not Hot Pocket bad, but they're not good. They're little pizza hand pies. They're not good though. Yeah, but on a level of like good food to Pop-Tarts, they're closer to Pop-Tarts than being good.
Tell the maid I spilled a couple of cans. So these are Pizza Pops. These are pepperoni flavored and about 100 grams each.
How different are they from pizza rolls?
They're bigger than pizza rolls. Here,
they're like Hot Pocket sized.
So there's 2 in a package. And they're like those pies you get from the truck stops and from your dollar store kind of things, except these are, you cook them, unlike those pies. And they're really hot, so you got to watch when you're biting into these.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not disgusting. This is the pepperoni one. Did you want to try a pepperoni one? I've got 3 cheese. I've got pepperoni and bacon. I've got 3 different flavors in the freezer. We're good. So if we ever have a time where the power's out and we've got to start living off the land, I've got all the meat here that we need. We're good.
Are you going to just like warm them up in your hands, or are we going to start a fire in the backyard?
We're going to have a fire in the backyard. It's going to be fine.
I mean, we do have a camp stove and a fire pit.
Right. So it'll be fine. These will be fine. These are delicious.
Yeah. No, they're not.
Pizza Pops are better than Pizza Pockets, which are better than Hot Pockets. Hot Pockets are
nasty.
They're like giant pizza rolls. They really are. They're like giant pizza rolls.
What will it take for the Nordics to return to Quebec?
A team would have to be moving and not have a building like what Atlanta had, where Winnipeg was the city that was open that had a building. All right, I'll put these back.
Hot Pockets are a separate food group here in the States. I know. I've been to American grocery stores, and there's so many of them. It is weird how many Hot Pockets you guys have. It's like a whole freezer section of Hot Pockets. It's weird. And bleh, they're all gross. All of them.
You know where the maid is?
You don't have a maid. Just clean it up yourself.
No. I gotta find the maid, sweetie.
I saw a counterfeit Adidas reverse retro. It was blue. We've seen a few counterfeit reverse retros, and they're funny because that's not what they're supposed to look like.
Yeah, when they
so funny
when they stole the wrong design. What?
I should just wait.
Play with us, Danny. Play with us forever and ever.
So I had to look back. Wait, what are you guys doing? I don't know what's going on over here.
Why are you together? What's going on? No. Okay. All right then.
Not usually how this goes.
They don't usually sit on the same one. No. What's the deal? No, I didn't have any food for you guys.
Are you gonna do another video later tonight?
Not that I know of. Unless something major happens, I think I'm done for today.
Shannon is better than any analyst or show on NHL Network. Hey.
That's said hey.
Personal space.
Here.
Oh.
Here.
Hey. I think that's a lot of treats. Okay. Always love that your house is more filled with hockey stuff than the Hall of Fame.
They have a bigger building though.
Do you have any?
Same size as theirs.
Do you have any goalie masks in your collection?
Only my Jason Voorhees mask.
Not like actual goalie masks. We have the
That's
little
Jason Voorhees.
We have
the
like
tiny
display ones.
Yeah.
They're like that big. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them. Little display ones. Gargoyle behavior.
So like
there's about to be
like
a cat attack.
Here, which is Vesa Toskala. Seen here allowing a goal from center ice.
Did you see the Bruins prank on Bergeron?
I didn't see a prank on Bergeron. Why did they tell him he wasn't the captain?
I don't know.
Are you guys happy now?
Favorite piece of memorabilia in y'all's collection?
Geez, favorite piece. That's a tough call.
It is.
I have a lot of fun stuff. Like I have like Whalers stuff from the last year they were in Hartford.
Oh, the prank was they announced Brad Marchand captain, and they gave it to Bergeron.
That's funny. That is genuinely funny. He is the best cheek licker in the NHL, though. Like, he has a skill nobody else has. So if you need to teach other people cheek licking, Bergeron's useless at that. He can't do that. That's a Marchand thing. So, maybe he could get captaincy for that.
I got my Flying V jersey. It's hideous, and I love it.
Flying V jerseys are...
Which one? The black one or the marigold one that you can see from space?
The yellow one is so ugly. But the team photos, like I found hockey cards that have the team photo of the Canucks wearing that jersey. And when they're all together, it looks like a grad class. Yeah. It looks like a grad class in like the ugliest gowns you've ever seen.
Do we have a real fireplace?
No,
we have a TV fireplace. It's the best kind. You can change it to a different fireplace and you don't have to put wood on it.
And fireplaces, they have the maintenance side of them too. Like they're pretty, but there's work with it too, or else you're risking an actual
I used
fire.
to have a fireplace. It was really nice.
Not in the old place, you didn't?
No, the one before that.
You didn't have a place before that?
Yeah, I did.
I don't think you did.
The boys and I lived in a mobile home. I
know better than you do, sweetie.
We lived in a mobile home, and we had a fireplace, a stove in the middle of our
Bear's going to get all three of those,
living area.
And he's only going to get the one. That
never happened. Look,
that has never happened.
At her. That's mine. I'm supposed to eat them really fast before you can get it. what got you started into analyzing hockey?
I've always talked about hockey. The difference was I just wasn't getting paid for it for the last 30 years prior to when it started. So I could go to my 9-to-5 job and spend the entire day just talking about hockey. And it could be just one topic for the whole day, to the point where everybody else listening to me and the one guy I'd be talking to would go mental.
Shannon's the type of person that puts everything in a list.
We'd go for lunch, we'd come back, and we would start the conversation right where we left off. People like, oh, we just listened to this conversation. I'm like, no. We were talking about, now we're talking about like this season and this player and what can be done to improve this team's defense. And hey, did you see this? And just, yeah, I could go all 8 hours and just talk hockey. I used to come out beaming from any job I had. Like, I just got paid to talk about hockey for 8 hours. That's great. I got some work done, but I did 8 hours of talking about hockey.
Are there as many days in the 2020-2021 season as games for the Toronto Blue Jays in a normal MLB season? 162 or something like that.
There's 116 days to the NHL season. It is a sprint. So it is less than you have games for a Major League Baseball schedule.
The black one still looking for a marigold. I don't know.
The marigold one, I think.
Oh, he has the black. The V.
I know Van Base.
Yeah, Van Base has it. That.
Van Base has it. So VANBASE.ca. And then
we found that one in Surrey.
Yeah, but it's in multiple places now. I think Van City Sports has it as well. I think they have it. I know they have one of the Flying V's. Yeah, those two places I'm pretty sure of.
Shannon, with Krug and Hoffman being inserted into the Blues' first PP line, do you see them as improved compared to last season? Third best power play last year.
Their power play should be pretty lethal. The one question mark I have with Krug, though, is they've got to make sure they've got somebody to cover a little bit defensively. They could end up allowing a few more shorthanded goals than they otherwise normally would, because he does tend to cheat.
Where can you get jerseys on a discount? Depends.
Full Moon Jerseys always has a ton of jerseys for cheaper than you get them elsewhere, because they're selling you the older Reeboks, they're selling you traded players, they're selling you jerseys that are old designs. They're still valid, they're legit jerseys, but they're definitely cheaper from Full Moon Jerseys than you're going to find in most other places.
I'm so sad John Forsland will not be calling Canes games this season.
Yeah, he's been bumped up to the national telecast. So he's got himself a nice healthy raise, and he's one of the best announcers there is.
You should do a video on players who played for both the Capitals and the Penguins. Enjoyed the Canucks Flames video.
I will at some point. That's going to be a series, so I'll at some point look at the Penguins and the Caps.
Can you do the Flying V while wearing the Flying V?
You can. It's not recommended, though, since you're automatically offside. That whole move, I was like, okay, so they're offside.
Do you remember that game we went to, and there was the couple in front of us? Do the Flying V, and Shannon's just.
Yeah, I could feel my soul leaving my body as they said it.
It was really funny. Are your jerseys insured? Well,
we have renter's insurance, which covers it.
House is insured,
so there's insurance for the house.
Our belongings are insured. That would cover the jerseys.
There's no such thing as actual jersey insurance.
Do you think Hoffman will stay with St. Louis for more than one season if they don't repeat?
It's all going to depend on the cap. It's all going to depend on money. He's a hired gun for this year. It's supposed to be a 1-year deal. And I would imagine if they do well and if he's happy, then they'll figure it out.
As good as Zegras and Drysdale have been, could you see Anaheim making a playoff push?
Not right out of the gate. It's gonna take a lot, I think, for Anaheim. Drysdale was great during the World Juniors. Zegras was fantastic, but they both need to be brought into the lineup right, and you can't just throw them to the wolves. Especially with some of those really brutal games against the other California teams. Those games usually get really physical and really nasty. So I would say bring them along slowly. Next season, we may very well see Anaheim as a favorite to make a playoff spot.
How about 31 most overrated players on each team?
Oh God, no. That gets too.
Oh my gosh, the comment section.
Yeah, that gets too nasty. I'm considering doing 31 underrated players and getting into 31 guys that, from watching as much hockey as I have over the last few years, I've gained a lot of respect for, that I don't see a lot of comments about. That way people can tell me I'm wrong about that as well. But at least I'm complimenting players while I'm talking about them. So, yeah.
I need advice on where to buy a Coyotes reverse retro. Everywhere that's sold out.
They're gone. You can find the Fanatics ones, but every Adidas location I know of, they're just gone. And from what I've heard, they're not restocking them. So you're going to get price gouged on eBay if you're going for them right now. That might be the only place to get them. My honest opinion would probably be look for the green one. Look for the one that it was based on. Get the CCM version of it. I have the green one as well. And, you know, it's going to be cheaper than what you're going to pay for one of the Adidas reverse retros.
Does NHL eventually have 33 teams?
They're stopping at 32, and I think with the pandemic shutdown, I think it's going to stay at 32 for at least the next decade. I'd be very surprised if we see another city come in through expansion between now and 10 years from now.
Will Leonard have the most wins due to a weak division? If not, which goalie is most likely to get the most wins?
I wouldn't rule out Vasilevsky in Tampa because he's Vasilevsky and they are Tampa. If Stamkos can step into Kucherov's spot and they don't miss a beat, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins a bunch. Outside of that, maybe Carter Hart with Philadelphia might be a good dark horse that way as well, because you got to think he's going to play more games than Elliott. Philadelphia could very well have a solid season again. They were one of the better teams in the East last year. So Carter Hart could challenge for that. But, you know, Leonard's a good call as well.
No. How many goals does Pekka Rinne score this season?
Pekka will get. I'll say he gets one. I'll say that the goalie scores one goal this year. He's done it before. He gets one. But I'll say there'll be two goalies that score a goal this year. I don't know who the other one's going to be.
How about the 31 reasons Bobby Orr is the best defenseman ever?
See, the interesting thing about Bobby Orr is I didn't see him play. When I started watching hockey, Bobby Orr had already retired. So that's why I haven't done videos on Orr. That's why when I talk about, you know, best of lists, I try to keep Orr off of it as much as I can because I try to just talk about players I've seen play. I'm old enough to have seen Orr. I just didn't watch Orr when I was 4 or 5 years old, which is when I would have had to see him play.
Bear's not angry.
No.
The markings on her face make her look like she's always angry. She always looks angry.
Always look angry.
But she's never angry unless her brother's being a brat. But then she just smacks him and lets him know. So, Bear is the new grumpy cat. It's just like that. She always looks like she's ticked off.
But it's funny because today I was walking by her and she suddenly starts rolling around and she starts batting at me. So I played with her for a bit. And she's so much more gentle than Shadow. There's no claws. There's no scratching. No. And she's all sweet. And then Shadow is just wham. All the claws are out. Yep. And he scratches my arm to hell. And she's so gentle. He's nice.
Very much a boy.
Yeah, she's so gentle.
She's the little sister. Retro reverse that has grown the most on you?
Maybe Dallas. Phillies isn't bad either. I like Phillies. And I know she's not a fan of Phillies. But
I'm not.
It looks nice. You got to admit it looks better than the regular jersey.
I don't have to admit it. I don't have to. I knew I'd like Dallas, though. So I kept telling him Dallas would look a lot nicer in person. And sure enough, it does. Which juniors draftee, not including Lafreniere, do you think will play the most NHL games this season of those who are ready for the next level? Any that you think will play a full slate of games?
Cousins should play every game for Buffalo, I would think, because he can play numerous roles. Zegras has an excellent chance as well. And I wouldn't rule out Rossi for Minnesota because Minnesota needs help down the middle. Okay, honestly, can you say that you would not prefer this one to this one?
Well, that one looks like a traffic pile-on. This is just ugly. But at least it doesn't look like a pile-on. So it does have that going for it. True, I'm right.
You can just say, I like this one better than that one. You can just leave it at that.
I don't.
You could.
Or not.
The best logo in hockey.
Vegas or Nashville for best NHL arena location?
I've heard Nashville's is fantastic. I just haven't been there. But apparently, it's a really, really nice area of the city. We're going to be partial to Vegas because you come out of the arena and you're on the strip.
You can walk there. It's
fantastic. Great. Yeah, you can walk there from your hotel. And
it might be a pain for people that live there. Though they do have they have parkades on, like, quite a few parkades around it.
Yeah,
but if you're there visiting, it's great.
And it's a pain getting in or getting out of the strip.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to drive
Vegas,
there.
if you're visiting and you're staying at a hotel on the strip, the T-Mobile is fantastic because it's right there.
Yeah. Do the Thrashers go unbeaten again, or do the Kraken win their first game this year?
I'll say the Kraken win a game before the Thrashers lose a game.
We are not going to be talking about our opinion on American politics.
Nope. People come here to escape that kind of stuff. So
yeah, we're staying out of that.
We stay as far out of that as possible.
So pass on that.
Yep.
You can go anywhere else to listen to people talk about American politics.
Big internet.
Yes. Flyers adopt a second logo similar to the Phantoms.
I would love to see them do something different with it. I mean, they have that 1/3 where they changed the logo a bit. They put some silver into it. I'd like to see them do something fun with it. I don't know if they ever will.
Today's actually Christmas for me. It's Orthodox Christmas. Yep, day after Epiphany.
Merry Christmas. I got to take that tree down, I guess.
Well, yeah, we just had 2020, so we can have Christmas up as long as we want. Normally, I do take Christmas down on Epiphany, but we get to have Christmas up as long as we want this year. Can put it up after Halloween, and it doesn't have to come down till Easter.
She looks mad, but she's purring.
She's a very, very happy kitty.
He's
No, keep the tree. Tree stays. I know. Yeah, we still have all of our Christmas upstairs. I got out the stool today, and Gabriel's like, "Oh, are you gonna take down the Christmas lights?" What? No, I'm not taking down Christmas lights.
No, the lights
what are you
aren't
talking
coming
about?
Down. The lights aren't coming down at all. We're not the only one in the neighborhood that does.
Oh no,
its Christmas
we had
lights.
One of our neighbors. They put them up at the beginning of the apocalypse, and they still have them. You just put up the blow ups as well. I did take up our blow up out of the yard, but no. Have you considered sticky LED lights for whiteboards?
That would be tough for people who are light sensitive,
and I would think it might create
and
glare.
epileptic people too. If they flashed it all,
it would be tricky stacking because he has a stack. There, right next to me, there is a pile of 6 boards right here, and if you had lights on them, you couldn't just have them stacked. From a Sens fan, what do you think about the future of the Senators franchise?
It's a bright future. They've got a lot of good kids. As long as they make sure they've got the right veterans to help usher those kids along through their career, they're in good shape. Hey, sweetie.
You are the man. Shannon is the man.
And yet here I am babying a cat.
How do you fade a whiteboard? It's white. It can't fade. Because it's already white.
Hi.
Best city in the Lower Mainland.
Burnaby's nice.
What was like best city for what? It depends on
Coquitlam.
what.
Coquitlam's very pretty.
Coquitlam is very pretty. Maple Ridge is really pretty.
Yep.
I do really like Abbotsford, though.
We're
a nice cup cozy. Somebody sent me this. A subscriber made it for me. It's crocheted. Isn't it cute? And it fits my cups perfect. Yeah, somebody sent that and some fun Jets pins. So, it's cute. I like it. Penticton is prettier.
Penticton's nice.
It is pretty, but
out towards Culloden, it's gorgeous. Culloden's gorgeous.
I like our kind of green here.
Hi.
I'll disagree with Burnaby since they live there. My family all lived in Burnaby, so I do like Burnaby. How many kitties? We have 4 kitties.
Yep. This is the 3rd one I've held during the live stream.
Yes.
I don't think I'm going to have Lily.
We do have a kitty Instagram, so you can see all the pictures of kitties.
THG cats.
And our bunny. I do kitty. Oh, Squamish. Squamish is beautiful.
Squamish is gorgeous. Apparently, housing prices in Squamish are going through the roof, which does not surprise me because it's right between Vancouver and Whistler.
Yeah,
Whistler's getting more and more popular, so it makes sense. Squamish is going to get more popular too. That's too bad because I had hoped to move to Squamish at some point in my life, but the prices are telling me it's probably not going to happen.
Has it been raining a lot here? It's
not over the last day or so.
The
last day or so has been nice. I mean, the ground's always wet.
Not really in the past day.
Hey, for January, that's not bad.
It's winter.
For January, I'll accept
it's raining a lot. Unless it's July or August, the answer is yes. How old is Pixel? 6, right?
Yes, because Bear and Shadow are 7.
Pixel and Lilybell are 6.
Yep.
They're a year apart. Does Shannon remember when the Chargers beat the Steelers to advance in the Super Bowl back in the mid-1900s?
Then they got destroyed. Yeah. And that game, I remember, I was like, okay, the Chargers have a chance, and it's gone. They're, nope, they're done. So, okay, so it's supposed to, today was scattered showers, tomorrow's rain, Saturday's
rain.
Partly cloudy, and then it's raining for 6 to 7 days after that.
As far as you can, it's probably longer than that. Then the weather forecast is rain. There's one day that
Saturday's partly cloudy, so hopefully I can get my net set up and maybe we can do something fun on Saturday.
It's not raining. Hurry, everybody go outside.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how that is.
Because I got new netting for my hockey net, and I got one of those backstops that comes with the targets too.
Which means it's not going to stop raining.
To target, you hit all 4 corners of the net. So.
Video news from the past 90s using a chalkboard. But then there'd be chalk.
I did like my history videos. I did like news of the year where I went through each team and I came up with news articles for each team. The views were kind of mixed on that. So I can't see myself getting a chalkboard either because I don't like chalk on a chalkboard. I don't like that feeling.
Yes, and it gets on jerseys
the noise
and
then and it's not
dusty.
I'd be more likely to get one of them black glass ones.
Oh yeah.
You
can use the fun markers.
Bright markers and something like that. I'd be more likely to do something like that than do news from the future on those.
Yes, all of our kitties are fixed.
Of course. Otherwise,
we
they'd be endlessly
owners.
bothering us. And then Shadow, he'd be getting quite the workout if there were 3 girls and just him. So,
oh my gosh, no. That is thrilled.
We'd have so many stupid kittens. We'd have so many dumb cats. I love Shadow, but he's not
so
bright.
Dippy.
He's not bright.
Of all of our cats, he's the dippiest. Greetings from the Yukon. What's your prediction for Rookie of the Year this season?
I like Lafreniere's chances. I also like Kaprizov's chances in Minnesota. And I would say between the two of them, I also wouldn't rule out also a Ranger, Shesterkin, if he can play in net the way that he did last season, if he can stay healthy all year and do that.
Biggest fish you've caught?
It would be nothing.
Have you never caught a fish?
I went fishing a couple times. It didn't go well.
Oh, I haven't ever caught anything really big. I did catch a salmon.
I was surprised I didn't hook myself.
I caught a salmon once, but that was decent sized, And then what are you doing
Did
there?
they tell you to get out of a Superstore when you did that, though?
No, you're not going in there. No. Oh, she wants in that bin.
Yeah.
And then other than I've caught a bunch of trout.
What was that?
Not huge ones, but enough that 2 of them were dinner. So I don't even remember. I know I had to measure them.
What were you doing?
Bring the nets inside the house next to the jerseys since it's raining. It's always raining. We can put them on the deck.
For that.
There we go. Draw all the logos. There. You know, I've suggested that he draw logos when he doesn't have a magnet or something.
Logos?
And he never likes that idea.
I'm lousy at drawing logos.
For some reason, he doesn't think that would be.
Even when I was a kid, I was so happy when I didn't have to draw them anymore. I used to, but that was when I was like a little kid, about Adelaide's age. I used to draw all the logos.
Adelaide made Shannon
my Sabres looked special.
Christmas card. She made everybody Christmas cards for Christmas, and she drew Shannon the cutest one that had a Bruins logo on it and a hockey jersey and a hockey stick. It's cute. She did good drawing.
See, and that's one thing I've said, and people are like, seriously, where I've said it's, you know, sometimes it's nice if a team has a logo that a little kid can draw.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes just having something. Oh, Canucks, good luck. Good luck.
That one is hard.
And the Leafs went from one that, you can draw it to, good luck.
Right.
Because the old Leaf, I had no problem drawing that when I was a kid.
That? Adelaide drew a Leafs logo when she was tiny.
And Blackhawks. I tried that once when I was a little kid. Yeah, that I never tried that again. I was like, this is not what that's supposed to look like at all.
Okay.
But I could do Boston. Montreal was easy.
Do you think Birmingham, Alabama could work for an NHL franchise? I heard they almost put Nashville there originally instead of Nashville.
Yeah, seeing with Nashville being a success, they might consider it, but you have to have an owner with deep pockets. You have to have a building that's going to hold, I'd say, a minimum of 16,500 people. And I don't know that there'd be anybody in that area that necessarily would have $650 million sitting around for an expansion team, or that if there was a team that ran into trouble, like say Arizona, Florida, those are the two ones people talk about all the time. I think Houston would be in line first, and I think Quebec would be second. So for Alabama, I think it's just a matter of not having the right fit right now.
What happens first? Bills win Super Bowl or Sabres make the playoffs?
Sabres will make the playoffs. I don't necessarily have the Bills winning the Super Bowl, but I want to be wrong. I really want the Bills to win the Super Bowl this year. I think that would be fantastic. Considering everything the Bills Nation's gone through, it'd be nice to see just that city finally get a championship.
What is Shannon's happy dance? I know Shannon's happy dance is slightly different than his jersey dance. He totally has a jersey dance.
I do have a jersey dance.
How loud is Shannon when watching games? Loud enough that upstairs kids are like, so which team is playing? Because they scored. Is it the Canucks or Boston?
But I only allow myself to cheer if the game's over.
Right.
I will not cheer a goal during the game.
But
it has to be a game winner.
But
or it has to be an insurance goal.
You will do your thing that you do with specific players.
Brock Besser.
Brock Besser. Yeah, he still does that. Yes. Yeah, there's a few players that he will do he has a little thing.
Or if it's a really pretty goal. If it's a really nice goal, I will say something. There will be a holy crap, that was awesome. And then I'll usually call up and see if you're watching. Yes. And if you're not, I'll rewind the game so you can come down and watch.
Yes.
Even if you're busy with something else, that's not important. I need to show you the goal.
True.
So that's how that works.
Do you think Lafreniere and Kakko will play on a line together?
Not out of the gate. I would think you'd split the two of them up. I think Kakko probably gets the top 6 minutes. Lafreniere's on the third line. Just for experience reasons, put them both with veteran players right away. And eventually they will end up on a line together, but not to start the season.
Imagine Gretzky signed here in 1996. No Messier, no Keenan, Burry, Linden, Quinn most likely would have stayed.
There's so many potential Gretzky moments if he was going to be traded to Vancouver in '88, and they buggered it up. And then, if he'd signed here in 96, I think Gretzky always wanted to play in Vancouver, but it just never worked out that way.
News from the past of the past, spoken in caveman grunts. Also, who would you rather haunt? Who would you rather have haunt one of your dreams? Ronald McDonald or the Burger King? The Burger King's creepy.
Burger King's funny, though. The Burger King admits he's creepy. Ronald McDonald still thinks he's suitable for children. The Burger King admits he's creepy. The commercials played into him being creepy at some point. And then I have a jersey for him, too. So, I could appease him with the fact that I have a jersey that's like an, effigy for him.
You could be Besser's Paul Heyman.
Yes, and I say it like Paul Heyman.
I don't have a cold. I don't go around anywhere, but I do have allergies.
Except I do the pose, too. For Brock Besser, you gotta do a pose, too. You do the whole thing. Every time he gets a goal, you gotta do the pose, and you gotta yell it like Paul Heyman.
Yeah, I have allergies. My allergies have been horrible the past week. It's obnoxious.
I've had to smack her a couple times to make sure she's okay. So, just wake her up. Just, you all right? Okay. And I roll over again. You okay? All right. And roll over. Go back to sleep again.
He's actually nice to me. He's not a jerk. Most of the time.
I'm not a jerk.
When will we have full arenas without masks? Oh, that'll be a long time.
Hopefully, without masks, that won't be for a long time. But hopefully we'll have full arenas by the start of next season. The plan is to have the vaccination completely rolled out by the end of September in Canada. I would think the States will probably be ahead of Canada from the way things have been early on. And so by the start of next season, we should see full arenas.
Is Shannon a Paul Heyman guy?
I do like Paul Heyman. I think he's underrated as a promoter. I do think, though, that when it comes to storyline writing, I think he's a little bit behind the times. When he was running Raw, there were some storylines that just I didn't like.
How long till hockey?
We have 6 days till hockey.
You think so?
About 160 until the draft.
What's Shannon's hair look like? He cuts it really, really short.
I don't have hair.
Really, he cuts it really, really short.
There's nothing.
He
there's
cuts
nothing
it
there.
Just super duper short.
It's not like I'm hiding this long feathered hair.
Locks.
I have talked to Yvonne about getting a wig, like some long Brandon Lee kind of wig from The Crow, and just do a video without a hat and say, "Sorry guys, here I am in all my glory. This is my hair," and then just keep throwing my, because I do that all the time anyways. Where
he does
throwing my hair back.
He does pretend his hair is getting in his eyes. Yeah. So Shannon has it, and it's John Cena kind of cheer, but with an NHL player. He does, yes. And he even does it when we're at games. It's not just at home.
And when Tuukka Rask makes a big save, I yell too.
Yes. Yeah. He has a few players.
Krug. I yell Krug too.
Yes, that's another one. There's a few.
Get Krug nice pass or nice goal, I yell Krug. We'll see if that's still the case in St. Louis. I'm thinking it will be, because I like the player. And so that should transfer to St. Louis. Hey, Kitty. You don't have to be that close.
Hockey torture method makes somebody watch the 2003 Western Conference
final.
Oh,
God. The Minnesota Wild and the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. That was the series where you might get 2 scoring chances in a period. And both teams were playing the trap. And it was just... It was like watching a game of Red Rover, and nobody's calling anybody over. They're just standing there. That's what it felt like.
When my kids misbehave, I make them sit in a box. The kids would love that.
Our kids would go nuts. They'd love that.
They love boxes about as much as the cats.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a punishment for them.
Love boxes. It would make them leave each other alone. As long as you had a box for everything.
Finding any kind of punishment for the kids is difficult.
Right? Oh, cool. Thanks. Go to my room. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. My mother used to say that the worst thing you could do with me was send me outside. That the punishment for me was not to send me in my room, because I had everything in my room.
Oh my gosh, with Adelaide. Okay, go on the trampoline now. But right now, you need to go
burn
on
off
the trampoline.
The energy. Burn off energy.
Because I need you to take your noise outside.
Yeah, we have to tell them to go outside. Oh, God, she came down doing that today.
All the day. Sweetie, you don't have to sing all the time. Okay.
And it's a song that goes nowhere.
Because she makes it up. And she'll... What song am I singing? I don't know. It's one I made up, and it's called this. It's not how this game works.
It'd be like me doing a career video on a player that I made up.
Yeah.
And it not be
You would
April
totally
Fools.
do that.
I did it for April Fools last year.
That's right. Have I ever made soft pretzels? Yes, many times. Homemade pretzels are great.
Homemade pretzels disappear quickly.
They really do. Yeah, I've made homemade pretzels lots of times. Did you hear about Matt Dumba getting denied by a shipping company for taking a knee?
I didn't hear about that, but I mean, companies have the right to pull deals from people. It happens on both sides of the aisle. I don't think that's going to bother him too much. He makes a lot of money, so I think he's okay. What? I'm allowed to put you down. It's like she's saying, you put me down. I mean, I'm sure they can hear me meowing. They can hear her meowing at me. But, yeah, she's not happy I put her down. So we have a cat that every time I pick her up, she acts like I'm strangling her.
I love you.
And then we have this. She's leaning on my face.
She likes to lay in faces.
So
homemade calzones are fantastic. I usually
you
know how when you go camping you have like your camping menu? Well, our camping menu includes calzones.
What
in the world? I love you.
That's just okay.
Let me put my nose in your mouth.
No, stop. No, that's and her whiskers make my face itch.
Will the Bees sign Hutton?
I would think that now that Vatanin's off the board, Hutton going to Boston makes a lot of sense. We know they didn't keep Chara. We know they need more help on the blue line. Hutton's a decent guy for a 5-6 spot, maybe even being the number 7 defenseman. I think he'd be a good addition.
Do I remember the Gummy Bears? Of course I do. And I might randomly sing this song to my children because that's the kind of mom I am.
It's important with cats that they know you're the boss, because when they don't, this happens. And this is where we're at now.
She does at night too. She has to be on one of us, and she will gradually get higher and higher, which is be right in your face.
She'll start clawing my chest if I'm not giving her enough space.
My nose isn't quite in your mouth. She breathes right on you. And sometimes she's not the freshest smelling cat.
And she burps on you, too.
I am talking about you. She does not always smell like a flower.
She's saying you're stinky.
She is sometimes a stinky cat.
She knew she was stinky the other night,
so
she slept at the foot of the bed under the blankets. Because I was like, no, you're not staying here. So she just went to the foot of the bed under the blankets, like, all right, I'll sleep at your feet. She understood. She was like, okay, that's fine.
We have weird cats.
Yes.
Do you see the Habs? Where'd it go? Do you see the Habs as being a dark horse cup contender?
I don't know about cup contender, but they should be in the mix in the Canadian division. For them to be a cup contender, a lot of things have to fall their way. They're coming off of a rough season last year. The playoff run was good, but they need to avoid those chasms they kept falling into last year during the regular season. And if they get off to a really slow start, I do wonder if they might move on from Claude Julien, if that pressure might be there.
Opinion on Kirby Dash?
Well, for Doc, I think he was going to have a big year. Now, of course, he's injured, so that's not going to happen. Him being sidelined is problematic for Chicago, but they weren't going to be a Stanley Cup contender this year anyways. It gives them an excuse to go full rebuild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kitty likes to, she's a lady. She's always a lady.
She's very dignified.
She really, yeah, she's a lady.
She's going to sleep.
Will the Canucks make the playoffs?
I hope so. With the way that the North Division is set up, honestly, the Canucks are going to be in tough. I think that we're going to see 6 pretty darn good teams, and I don't think Ottawa should be taken lightly either. I hope the Canucks make the playoffs. I have my fingers crossed for them. I picked them to make the playoffs, but they could very easily end up in trouble and not making the playoffs.
What do you think of the situation with Patrick Laine?
I honestly think that this is the kind of thing that Winnipeg needs to figure out the long-term plan. Sit down with Laine, and if Laine's not going to be happy, if he wants out, start figuring it out now, what they're going to look for, what they want, and as soon as possible, make that move. Make it for him, make it for their own peace of mind. Part of what hurt them with the Trouba deal was it took too long. We knew Trouba wanted out of Winnipeg years before he left Winnipeg. So if Laine's in that same situation, just make the move now, get it done. Try not to get robbed at the same time because we know what Laine's capable of, but, get it done.
If the question is, does Shannon have reverse retro? The answer is yes. The only one we're waiting on is Buffalo.
Right. Buffalo's the only one I don't have. And that one's
we're just waiting
on the way.
It.
Yeah.
Do you think trading Chara was a good idea?
They didn't trade Chara. He signed in Washington. So I think that for Boston, it was a matter of they saw him playing a more diminished role. He didn't like that idea. I can understand both sides. I think that Boston's right to look at cutting his minutes back and maybe using him as a number 7 at times. And I think Chara has every right with the amount of time he's been in the league and with his standing. He has every right to go somewhere else looking for more ice time.
If Egypt had an NHL team, how long would it take Bettman and the NHL to finally admit to it being a mistake?
Not very long, because the travel would be brutal.
Make any sense at all?
The travel would be absolutely brutal. I would think that NHL owners would be admitting it was a mistake within about a week and a half when they looked at the travel costs.
This one is Bear, and this one is Shadow. And Pixel, I think, is in a box. Is she in the box now? And Lily Bell is upstairs. And we have the kitty Instagram where you can see all the pictures.
See, and Bear's just going to go to sleep.
Yep.
She's perfectly happy.
Good now.
And it's weird because Pixel hates being picked up. And will not let me pick up all 4 paws. That's not allowed.
Yet she will jump on my lap. Anytime I sit down, Pixel will be on my lap in seconds.
And I'm the only one that Bear's like this for. Anybody else tries this, they're going to get told no.
She likes to be on my lap. I don't pick cats up though.
You should. Bear likes being picked up.
I don't.
You can hold her like a baby like this. She's so
climbs
tiny.
On me and lays on me for lots of time at night.
The problem is Shadow then expects me to carry him like this. Shadow's a lot bigger than she is, so it's a lot more weight to carry around. Bear is very tiny.
Shadow's a dense kitty.
He's solid.
In more ways than...
He's also dumb, yes.
What would be the most hilarious Stanley Cup final matchup in your opinion? My argument has always been Columbus versus Arizona. Imagine marketing that.
For this year, I would say Buffalo versus Ottawa, because you could have that. A Buffalo versus Ottawa technically could be the final. I don't know how that would work. I don't know how much. I would draw very well in the Buffalo and Ottawa areas. I don't know how much interest would be outside of those areas.
Rick DiPietro is a UFA after this season. Where do you see him signing?
He's done. He's long done.
Lotto line in...
Hoglander.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure that. Hoglander, Horvat, and Pods as top 6.
Next year, maybe. See?
Like, you made a mistake. I don't think
I put you down on purpose.
Me down. Let me help you remedy that.
See, she gets mad when I put her down.
When we finally colonize Mars, how can we guarantee that hockey will be the planet's #1 sport?
Send Canadians and Russians. Won't be a problem. Or Swedes, Finns. Won't be a problem. Barely an inconvenience.
How much do you pay your cats for appearing in your videos? They
get
are
treats and wet food.
He gives them canned cat food every day.
First thing when I get up.
Bear is kind of demanding about it.
At least now she doesn't bug me to stay in bed. Now she bugs me to get up.
It's funny. She will meow until Shannon opens the cat food. And it doesn't matter if there's still cat food. If she needs a new can of cat food. The cats are spoiled. They really are. And
in your eyes.
They're spoiled cats.
Not spoiled.
They're
Not
totally
spoiled.
canned
Not
cat
spoiled.
food.
No,
Got
not
dread.
spoiled
And it
at
has
all.
to be specific canned cat food. There's other cat food that if you give them that, then they'll keep meowing for the correct food.
No, it has to be the stuff that's in the juice and it's all shredded. That's the only kind they like. I learned that the hard way.
What's your New Year's resolution?
Not to have one.
Make a resolution.
I don't go for New Year's resolutions.
Oh.
I don't do that because then you're setting yourself up for
you want to make a resolution.
Pressure and
you
being upset.
Just do it. You don't wait for a specific day to do it.
Yep. My resolutions are never tied to New Year's. They're just okay. When I decided 2 years ago, all right, I'm going to get in shape, get myself a treadmill. I did it. Didn't need New Year's for that. I got it.
Well, I started making an Afghan that I crochet a little bit each day. Does that count as a New Year's resolution? I started on New Year's. We'll see if I can keep going on it.
You should post updates on the channel.
And then people can peer pressure me into doing it because that would surely make me not do it. I'm not. Peer pressure does the opposite for me.
I know it does.
Fine, then I'm just not going to.
I know it does.
I don't do well with peer pressure. Any thoughts on Barzol?
Barzol is supposed to get signed before the season starts. The plan is that there's something in place with the Islanders. They've got contracts that they haven't submitted to the NHL yet, like Martin, Green, and the Schneider contract. So there's some kind of plan in place, I would think. With Barzol, it's just a matter of the exact amount and then figuring out how to make room for that amount. They're going to have to trade guys out to make this work.
The bunny is doing very good. I've put a few pictures of her on the kitty Instagram recently.
Did you put the picture on the kitty Instagram of Shadow looking for the bunny rabbit?
Oh, I should. Shadow was searching in the Chesterfield cushions, like he had his head in the Chesterfield looking for the bunny. It was the funniest thing. Oh my gosh.
He was pretty sure she was in there.
Do I hate the Flames? Why would I hate the Flames?
You can't. They have Markstrom now.
Why would I hate
and Tanev and Levo and they did take out the Jets. They injured your Jets and took them out.
Well, they have some guys that are jerks, but no, I don't hate the Flames. I have a Flames shirt and a jersey and a hoodie.
That's
true.
Well,
it's not a hoodie. It's a sweatshirt.
Right.
It's a jersey sweatshirt, but not a jersey sweatshirt. The other kind of jersey, like the Disneyland kind of jersey, what they call a jersey, but it's not.
Yeah.
See, and there's people going, what in the world is she talking about?
Disney people know.
Yeah. See, there's somebody out here that knows what I'm talking about. No. Are you planning on getting the new Sabres away jersey?
I looked at it. It's $180 US, and then you have to add the cost of shipping. So right now, I'm going to say no.
Please?
It's too pricey for me right now.
Switch cups.
I don't plan on getting it at this stage.
Who is Shannon's pick for the Calder?
Either Lafreniere or Kaprizov, and we'll see which one of the again, Shesterkin could be in there, Sorokin could be in there for the Islanders, Zegras could end up being Cousins, there's a lot of guys who could end up being Rookie of the Year, but I don't see any reason Lafreniere shouldn't be the front runner, shouldn't be the favorite.
Which tea? I'm drinking s'mores chai tea. It's great. It's my very favorite tea.
All right.
It's fantastic.
Now, I did say this would be an hour. We've gone a little bit over. So, but at this point, I'm going to shut her down. It's almost the kids' bedtime and all that.
And they do not go to bed unless I tell them 20 times.
Right. So that is a hassle. Maybe at some point we'll live stream that because that's fun.
My gosh. It's not as...
But...
Seriously, go to bed.
Anyways, guys,
what are you gonna wear tomorrow? What bow do you think I should put in my hair tomorrow?
Yeah.
Can I do your hair tomorrow?
So we've got that to look forward to. But thanks, guys, for coming out. Remember, we do this on Saturday as well. So we'll have one on Saturday, probably earlier in the day on Saturday than this one, obviously.
Yes.
And we try to move it around for people in different time zones. So looking forward. Don't forget to show up for that. Thanks, guys, for coming out. And we are 6 days away from the National Hockey League being played, and I'm excited about
Kids
that.
or Frankie the Flag Monster will get you. Well, let's see. Last time
That
Shannon
won't
tried to use that as a
That
threat,
won't
she
work with
started
her anymore.
crying,
Yeah.
and he had to call him, and now we have Frankie doing Christmas presents. So
And soon birthday presents, because why not? All right. Thanks, guys, for coming out.
In
Couple weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2.5 weeks.
I'll talk to you guys again on...
Yeah, 2.5 weeks.
Well, I will talk to you guys again in the morning when I'm doing videos, but we'll do live stream again on Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. See you then.